Ready or not. Ready or not. Here I come. Can't hide. Gonna find you and then yo. Like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, no success.
Yo, what's good? This is Big Caesar Leo, and you are in the basement. Check it out, man. I'm feeling mighty bad tonight. Check it out. I just watched my beloved Bears. Monday Night Football, Minnesota, Chicago Bears, first game of the season, and we lost 27-24. This is a tough one to swallow, people. Bears fans, this is a tough one to swallow for us. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because we should have won this game. Because we outplayed them the whole first half, but we got outplayed the whole second half, and particularly the fourth quarter. Let's go over some of these stats. So Caleb Williams, let's go over his total game. He was 21 of 35. He had 210 yards passing. Only one touchdown. That's a problem. We got to convert more of those into touchdowns. He also added 6 rushes for 58 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty good for a mobile quarterback. DeAndre Swift carried the ball 17 times for 53 yards. He got a lot of totes, but we got to get more yards with those totes. Those are not, good yardage totes. DJ Moore got a couple totes for three for 8 yards. And as far as receiving, DJ Moore had 3 for 68. The kids had 4 for 42, and Doomsday had the only touchdown receiving for the Bears, and he had 6 for 37. We got to do better, man. We got to score. I thought our offense was going to score more, especially watching the first 1 or 2 series. I thought we were going to put more points on the board. It's kind of I love running the ball. Don't get me wrong. I love Swift. I love running the ball, but we have to put more points on the board. We left 3 points up there on the board when we didn't go for it, in the red zone. Maybe we should have taken the field goal instead of going for the first down. But it was like 4th and like 8, 9, 10, something like that. Maybe you take the points. I'm just saying. Let's go over Minnesota points. I mean stats. They didn't do too much better than us, but they won the game. They had 27, of course. JJ McCarthy had 13 of 20, 143, 2 touchdowns. That's the difference. We lost by 3. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jordan Mason is the biggest difference of the game in the second half. He had 15 carries, 68 yards. He ran for most of those, like 50 of those in the second half. You can't let a person run for 50 yards in the half. It's going to kill you. JJ McCarthy also scrambled for 25 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Jones really didn't do too much. He had 8 carries for 23 yards. Let's go over the receivers. Aaron Jones, he did catch a pass. He had 3 catches for 44 yards and that long touchdown up the sideline. Justin Jefferson also had a touchdown. He had 4 receptions for 44 yards. The big difference we see here is the touchdown. We have to play better on. We got to score. We have to score. Us as Chicago fans, usually we don't score more than 19. We know that. We actually scored more than 19 and lost the game. We need to score more. As far as J.J. McCarthy, I seen a little resilience today. He showed up and played tough in the second half. I think we let him off the hook, honestly. As far as defense, we didn't play too well in the second half. Let's go over our defense. We had a couple players with tackles. I saw Sewell. He was everywhere out there. He had 7 solo tackles and, but nothing else. No sacks. We only had, 1 sack, 2 sacks, 3. We had 3 sacks, and all of those came in the first half. No pressure in the second half. No pressure at all. They pressured us in the second half continuously. Even though we didn't give up any sacks, we only gave up 2 sacks, and that was Hargrove. They pressured us continuously in the second half. Our defense didn't show up in the second half. We gave up too many points. So as far as a grade for defense for the Bears today, I have to give them a C. They played very well in the first half. I would give them an A, but the second half, they didn't show up. They gave up too many first downs. They gave up too many rushing yards in the second half. That hurt us. And also, offense, they didn't move the ball. So I have to give them a C also. Maybe in the first quarter, I would give them an A, but the rest of the game, they were mediocre. They didn't put up any points. Remember, we had a pick 6 on defense. So they put up 6 of those 24 points. So technically, we only scored 2 touchdowns this game. It's a tough one to swallow because I don't know how I feel about my team because they looked more professional, but the turnovers, sorry, not the turnover, but The penalties, they have to stop. That was ridiculous. The false start penalties, the holding penalties. That's ridiculous. That's an undisciplined team. We have to become more disciplined. We have to take away that aspect of the game. We're not that good to make mistakes like that. We have to take away those penalties. So those hurt us 100% on offense. And a couple penalties on defense also. A couple holding penalties, pass interference. And a couple of those penalties were a little questionable, but I'm not the one to complain about questionable calls. But they were a little questionable. Like the holding penalty and, a couple of blows to the face. A little questionable, but it is what it is. We let them off the hook, honestly. And we have to get better. We have to get better. We can't play games like this and let them off the hook. And we have to win divisional games. Now this is going to hurt us in our division. We're the worst team in the division now. And now Minnesota has the game up on us in the division and in the playoff. It's an issue. That's a huge issue that might come back to bite us in the ass if we don't, win more games. So week 1, Monday night, Minnesota versus DaBasement, and we lose 27-24. Tough night. It's going to be a tough week at work, but I try to be positive. I try to be optimistic. The next week we'll go to Detroit and kick their ass. They didn't look too good either, and we do have their offensive coordinator. Let's hope it counts for something. So we got a couple of tough games coming up. This Minnesota game is one we needed to win. Either we have to win this one or we have to win the one in Detroit next week. It's a must. So first week, number 1, every week I'm going to have something coming to you guys, showing love, talking about my Bears. Peace out, subscribe, and like my show. Thanks out. Peace out.